Hi, Joy.
Hello, everybody, and thank you. Thank you so much. Many of you know me originally as an activist who then later ran for state senate, almost won that election. And then here I am, chair of the party. I guess they wanted an activist, so here we are. I came tonight to talk to you and to invite you to be part of the Riverside County Democratic Party Blueprint for Progress, Blueprint for Democracy Speaker Series, and to talk a little bit about what the purpose is. There are 14 clubs. 13 clubs are unified in moving forward with this, and I do want to be sure that this club, which is a very powerful club and an important club, particularly to me personally, especially because you cover the Temecula, Menifee, and Murrieta areas. And I think this is where the battleground is. This is where the war is actually taking place. So the purpose of the series is to raise money to build the infrastructure. And this is so that we can win our races. First of all, as we know, there's no such thing as a nonpartisan race, although everything at the county level is considered nonpartisan. We know that that isn't so. So we need to win elections from the bottom up, from the very granular level, all the way through to the precinct level. And when we do that, we can win the county-wide races, the statewide races, and then on to the top ticket races as well at the federal level. So the idea, these are the 5 basic bullet points of my original campaign, and I want to express them to this club, is to create a county coordinated strategic plan based on our collective vision. And the first movement into that was to activate the countywide debriefing event with the candidates that won, the candidates that lost, the campaign directors, the volunteers, the clubs, the different chairs in the different caucuses. And you might remember that you might remember participating in what was called the SWOT matrix, which was about our strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. And that particular matrix was then integrated into a one SWOT, and that SWOT is the foundation for the coordinated strategic plan with everyone's input into it. And this includes external alliances, which we've never had a committee called external alliances before. And those external alliances include organizations like Riverside County Now, Indivisible, Courageous Resistance, and also it includes the unions. And so we are aligning with external organizations that fight for the democratic principles, as well as the unions, so that where we can and where we can meet, we can become unified and become a coordinated campaign. And why is a coordinated campaign so important? We have X amount of money and X amount of resources, X amount of people power. And oftentimes in our races, some of us end up sending postcards to the same people. Some clubs or some people would rather do one thing than the other. But in this whole county, we can all find out which things we best have people power and money to do. And these are the things that we can do countywide to build that infrastructure. And we establish short and long-term goals with timelines, and that includes communications and a fundraising plan. And this is to build an independent war chest to make us not dependent on the state party. When I was running for county chair, I would say this, and it's still true. We can't keep asking mom and dad for our allowance. We have to build an independent war chest. We have to win many, many more elections than we have. We have to win some statewide, and we have to make Riverside County really show the power that we actually have, because as you know, we actually are in the Democratic registration, we have really beat our opposition. But not all of our people vote. And so that's a very important aspect of expanding our voter base. So by building this independent war chest, we build these substantial resources so that we can address the Democratic voter-rich Latino and 18 to 34 populations. And we can consider some paid positions. Other counties have this, we do not, but we can raise money so that we can at least begin part-time until someday we'll be able to have some paid positions within the county. And this is a future plan, but a strategic plan is always looking at both today and tomorrow. Also, it's important, and this is something I fight for, and those of you who are actually have positions in the county party committees will know this, or if you're a member, the clubs have to have a stronger voice. And that means that we have to have more of an investment in the clubs, and the clubs have to have more investment in the county party, because if we don't unify, we're not winning anything. The fourth point is to expand that voter base and building this infrastructure, district by district, creating those precincts, training people to get into those communities where we have low propensity Democratic voters and bring the issues out that matter at this granular level. This helps build something so that when the endorsed candidates become endorsed, they can plug into an infrastructure instead of starting at ground zero over and over and over again. We have been organizing from a top-down strategy, and this does not allow us to build our party and to build our wins and to build our bank strength. Also, we're infusing our parties with campaign volunteers, grassroots resistance, the unity groups, the rally attendees, and all of these groups who have been working outside the system and having their voice become part of our unification plan. And finally, being well armed and prepared, we target our resources to the down ballot races. And this means at the school district, we have to support what's going on in our school district. It's going on all over the United States. The opposition is well organized to do this. And we are late to the game in this, but we can gain back our strength with a very targeted plan. So this is the point of having this particular kind of fundraising plan. So aside from our major events, which are like the JFK and the Bosworth, and also we're going to have a Zoomers to Boomers as one of our major events, where we have Zoomers speaking to Boomers. So we have our 18 to 34 population talking to us about methodologies and their ideas about how we can move forward. We will have the speaker series. And so to date, some of the people who have been invited are Adam Schiff, as you know, Representative Zoe Lofgren, Representative Katie Porter, Representative Maxwell Frost, Representative Barbara Lee, and the two Justins from Tennessee, Justin Pearson and Justin Jones. And this is just a start, and I'm hoping at some point to have the governor come down. The first person to say yes and give me an actual date was Representative Adam Schiff, which is why we're hearing from Adam Schiff in August. And when somebody says that they're going to come into the county to raise money for the county, my answer to them is thank you. Because even these candidates who are running for office, some of them are, not all of them are, but some of them are, and they are coming into Riverside to help raise money for our county. And this is a really big thing. We have some tentative dates for Representative Lee, and I'm floating around a little bit with Representative Porter. Maxwell Frost said in July, no, but maybe in the fall. So we're working on that. And I have not heard yet back from the two Justins, which I think will be a fabulous series. The other thing about this series is that the ticket price will be somewhere in the $35 range so that we can have more people come in, and maybe there'll be a tiered system so that more people can come into a hall. It'll be an auditorium style meeting. The first one will be at the IBEW hall. and that will be the one in August. So I want to invite this club in so that we can all unify together. I think you saw some of the positivity. If you attended the Bosworth, you can see how the power of this unification is really beginning to move forward. And this is what's going to let us win. And this is what's going to let us expand our base, because we have a war in front of us. There's no doubt about it. They're coming for us. They're out there. They're organized. They have money, and they have national organizational ideas about how to do it. And they are infiltrating. And if we don't stop them, the fascists win. So we are going to stand up. We are going to beat them. We are going to win. We are going to get Democrats who have a low propensity to vote out there to win. And all of us working together can make this happen. So please, I hope you accept my invitation to join this countywide effort. Again, there are now 14 clubs, and you will be the 14th to say yes, should you say yes this evening and reconsider or consider this participation. So I thank you very much. And if you have a few minutes and you want to take questions, that's fine. But if you want to talk amongst yourselves, that's fine too. You just let me know. Madam President, Miss Angel Nevin, congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.